Hi everyone, it's Rensler with Conquer Gaming Lounge, and we are back with episode 2 of playing Satisfactory, a Let's Play, I guess, tutorial. I don't even know what to call this. We'll figure that out at some point. So we're back, and last time, when we left off, the last thing we did in the last episode was build this hub. Now, we built it up at the top of this little cliff ridge area, and we're actually going to move it. I have come up with a better spot, and it requires a lot less running, and that's helpful for us because we can do things faster. Now, when we do repetitive things in this series, I will demonstrate it once so you understand what it is, and then we'll just we'll use a term from the game. We'll zoop it. We'll zoop it forward, and you don't have to watch me do the same thing 20 times. That's just not necessary, right? So we're going to zoop through certain things, but everything that's important, the first time I do something, we will explain that. So first thing we're going to do on this episode is we're going to move the hub. This is an okay spot, but honestly, it's not that great. It's not optimal. I like putting my hub up here, but I've been playing my own save off stream or off these videos, and you know, there was a lot of running back up here for no good reason. So we're going to get rid of this, and instead of me just talking about it, we're just going to do it. So I pressed F there to dismantle the hub, and I'm just going to crouch jump over here, and we're gonna fight somebody. And if it wasn't copyright, I'd put on the Mortal Kombat music right now, but not allowed to. Or the Guile theme song. That's another one of my favorites there. And we've got another guy over here, so we're gonna pick up some of these leaves while we're in the area here. And so this is Rensler's patented way of dealing with the locals, right? Is like I said in the last episode, hit S to back up, jump. They will almost equal your speed. They're a little bit faster, and you strike them on while you're in the air. That pauses them. You hit them on the way down. You repeat the process. No damage. Just took care of 2 of them there. Fantabulous. Hey there, just wanted to say I forgot to tell you how to rotate objects while you're placing them. So scroll that mouse wheel up or down. I believe up is counterclockwise, down might be clockwise. Those instructions might be backwards, but just wanted to interject here that that's how you rotate things while placing them, as you can see right here on your screen. Thanks. Wow, you're being kind of touchy today. Okay. All right. Oh, that's half in the wall. That's why you're being touchy, is because you're half in the wall. That's good. That's close enough. Alright. So we're going to press E. Okay, and we press E again, and that just gets rid of those exclamation points there, so we don't have to constantly look at those. Okay, so we have a hub. What is next? If we look on the left side, that is what we want to do. We want to complete Hub Upgrade 1. Hub upgrades and their costs can be found and activated in the hub terminal. Parts like iron rods can be crafted at the craft bench in the hub. Okay, this is a craft bench. And this is the hub terminal. So let's go take a look at the hub terminal. We're going to press E. Now this has a unique interface. This is the only place that you can do this, and you can only build one hub, as we said in the last episode. So we click on Tier 0, and Hub Upgrade 1 is the only thing we can select, so we're going to select it. So now, pretty simple UI here. It tells us what we're going to get. We're going to get a workshop, which is nice. We're going to be able to use some portable miners. That's good. And we're going to get some inventory slots for our Fix-It engineer here. That's nice. And it's going to tell us it's going to cost us exactly 10 rods to do this. I want that. We're going to select that milestone. Okay. Here is what it wants. Here's a cool upgrade hub button here, and it will tell us that it doesn't have what it needs. But I do have iron ore, and iron ore can eventually turn into rods. So let's do that. Okay, this is a craft bench. We're going to press E here, and we get this UI now. You're going to see this UI a lot. So let's explain it. On the left side is your recipe list. You can even only show affordable recipes. So if you've got a huge list of stuff that you don't have, or you just want to know what can I get out of my inventory right now by making things, you can click this checkbox right here. Or, if you want to search for something and you have a really long list of stuff, you can just start searching and use keywords. Now notice how I didn't have to type iron rod. Notice how I can just type ROD rod and it pops up here. So this is what we call a string search, but it's an any text string search, which means it doesn't have to be the beginning or the middle or the end of the string. It can be anywhere in that string, which is nice. It's a super nice way of searching strings. So we are going to click on iron ingot, and there is a quality of life update that I believe was update 4. Don't quote me on that, I'm not too sure, but it is fantastic, okay? Back in the day, we used to have to press and hold left mouse click and then use something to weight down the mouse, or do the same thing to the space bar. Well, now the wonderful friends at Coffee Stain Studios and our fix-it engineering overlords have said, you know, people are doing this anyway with objects on their keyboards. Let's just give it to them in the game. So if I just press the spacebar one time, this is going to create things. It's going to make things that I can make until it's out. Until I run out of materials. So right now, we are hammering away at our iron ingots, at our stone, at our iron ore, actually, and we're making iron ingots. And I'm not pressing or holding anything. I'm doing a bunch of wavy stuff with my hands right now. So we are going to bash out all of these iron ingots. So in the top right, up here, under relevant items, I'm working with ingots right now, right? So I have ingots in here. It tells me exactly how many I have. And it tells me how much iron ore I have left. And that is an important thing to note. So it tells you all of the relevant things that you need to know right up here. And of course, this is your inventory. It tells you all of the items that you have. So now what do? Sometimes it gets stuck like that. I can't tell you why that happens. But if you just press E, it goes away. And you'll see the button pop up again. Or the button pop up again. So we are going to press and hold left click for this because I don't want to overshoot it. So when I'm making something and I only want a specific amount, I am watching up here. I wanted exactly 10 rods, and I know that the next relevant object always pops to the right of the current one. And because I had iron ingots here, and I started crafting rods, it was going to pop up right here. So this is what I was watching. Still a fan of the music. Love the music. And I've been told there's new tracks. This might even be one of them, but I'm always a fan of this music. It's fantastic. Okay, so now what I did is I shift-clicked those rods. You can double-click them. You can click-drag them. Any way that you can move things between inventories, which we demonstrated in the last episode, you can do to this as well. This counts as that, okay? And we're going to click Upgrade Hub.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Workshop, Equipment Portable Miner, Inventory Additional Slots, Hub Feature Personal Storage. 6th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2. Note, portable miners require no power and will mine a node until their inventory is full. Note, multiple portable miners can be used on a single node.
Okay, so she gave us important information there, right? Complete Hub Upgrade 2. The Equipment Workshop is used to craft equipment like a portable miner. We are absolutely using those. A portable miner can be placed. You can use many of them. It reminds us how to use the build menu. It reminds us how to dismantle things. And the reminder at the bottom left there, that last one, is super important. I did touch on it on the last episode, but we're going to do that again. Buildings can be dismantled without any loss of resources. If you use 6 rods to build a thing and you dismantle it, you will get 6 rods back every time, and it's not a dice roll. You will always get the exact materials used to build that thing back. Okay, so that's super important. So that what that means is you can keep evolving and iterating on your factory, and you don't have to be concerned about losing out on resources. There's no penalty for that, and that is sweet. Okay. So our next objective is to get through the hub upgrades. So we've got hub upgrade 2 here. So I press E on the terminal. I click on tier 0. We're going to click on hub upgrade 2 and see what they want. 20 rods, 10 plates, and we're going to get all of these things. That is awesome. So now we can scan for copper. We get all of the copper stuff, which are these 3 guys here. We've got power lines, which is nice, and then we get smelters. And what I'm going to try to do for this playthrough is automate all of the things at the step I'm allowed to, right? So we're going to try that. So we're going to select this milestone, and I have nothing relevant, if you notice. Here's my inventory, but it's not relevant items. For example, I don't have plates and I don't have rods. Let's fix that. We spin around here to the craft bench. We're going to make our rods, and let me just double check my count. 20 and 10. Okay. And we've got our 20 there. I don't know what happened to the crafting sound. Usually there's a sound of a hammer hitting an anvil or hitting metal. I don't understand what happened to that, but we'll figure that out. It might actually be an audio glitch, so we'll find out. It used to be super loud. It used to be really annoyingly loud. So either they've tuned it the other direction really far, or it's some kind of audio bug. Cool. All right, so now the hub has upgraded around us, and she's going to speak again.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub feature, Biomass Burner, Scanner feature, Copper, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively. 7th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 3. Note, connect buildings to a biomass burner for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a recipe to be set. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
I like her style, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So, first thing is to bust out a bunch of leaves. And yes, I know that we have to go back and say we want the Hub Upgrade 3. Yep, I'm aware of that, and we will get there. But what we do want to do here is get some leaves. Because what I'd like to attempt, which I have never been able to achieve, is to build a circuit network, a power network, without ever it crashing. We will see if we can get that done. And what that means is we need a stupid amount of leaves at the beginning of this. So we'll spend another 30 seconds or so gathering some leaves, and this will get us started on our journey. So, how power works in the game. There have been many changes over the previous updates to how power works. And in one of the updates, I don't remember which one it was, it's not update 5, I can tell you that, I know that, is this. Biomass burners will adjust their consumption of biomass to meet the power demands right now of the grid. So if I have a biomass burner capable of 20 megawatts, which I do, which is on the hub right now, and I'm only drawing, let's say, 5 megawatts, it's not producing at 10 and wasting half. It's producing at 5. So as my load goes up, its production goes up until its maximum. And I can daisy chain many biomass burners to achieve a higher maximum capacity, which we will do. Okay, we're going to make our way back here. And real quick, I'm going to show you something because I want to put it on the screen here, because I want us to use the tools that are given to us. I want us to be as efficient as possible, and the best tool for the job is what we want to use always, correct? Okay. So we're going to go through an autosave here, and 2 and 1, and autosave. Cool. It used to glitch out, but it doesn't anymore, which is super nice. So I'm going to press Q, and that's what I did, is I pressed Q, and we're going to go to production. And now we've got some new items here. Before we only had the craft bench, now we have the workshop and the smelter. So if we highlight something like this equipment workshop, do you notice this plus sign right here? Let's click that. Fantabulous. Now on the right side, it shows me how many equipment workshops I want to build and what I need for that, and it also tells me my current inventory right now as to do I have enough materials in my hands right now to build that thing, and clearly the answer is no. So let's do that. 4 and 6. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we have an equipment workshop. This is big. So we're going to press Q again. We're going to highlight our workshop. It doesn't really need to be on the hotbar. We're not building hundreds of these. I build this offset so I can get out, but I can also work right on it. So that's important. That's what I like to do. Here I told you in the first episode that we can build Xeno Zappers. Here's that recipe. But we're going for a portable miner. So we need 2 plates and 4 rods. If we look at our inventory, we do not have a portable miner right now. So we're going to, what did it say? 2 plates, 4 rods. That's right. So, and 2 plates. Dink, 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 dink. 4 rods. And we're going to bust out the 10 hammer shots for that. So now we've got a portable miner. Now these things are cool. Oh, hey, here's my personal storage box. Are you tired of having a bunch of stuff in your inventory that you don't need? Well, presenting the storage box. A wonderful handy place for you to take all your stuff and just throw it in there and be like, I don't want to see that ever again. The personal storage box by Fixit. There you go. That's my commercial for the personal storage box. So they give you storage. You don't have to build it. It's a gift to you. That is our gift to you. So, first up, I like this iron, so we're going to pick up this iron. We're going to use that auto miner trick, if you remember from the last episode. So nice not having to hold the mouse button down for that. There have been levels where I have quite literally had my engineer do this and then go make a sandwich. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. So, how do we place a portable miner? Good question. It involves us going to our inventory and putting that portable miner in our hands. So, hit tab. We've got a Xeno Zapper here, and I've got a portable miner. We're going to shift click. Bam! Now I'm holding the miner, and my Xeno Zapper is in my pocket or on my tool belt, let's say. So, anywhere here, you cannot place the miner. You can't. Why not? Because it's not a node. But as soon as you get close enough to an applicable node, you get this message. Press and hold E to pick up iron ore. Dink. There we go. Now it's going to go through its cool little animation. It's going to wake up. It's going to bust out its stuff. We're just going to sit here and watch it. And there it is. So now this miner will work under its own power source and drill until it fills up its inventory. Then it will stop. It will not give you a ding. You will not get an email. You're not going to get a Slack notification. And it's just going to wait for you to come back and pick up the items out of it. And we will show you how to do that here in just a moment. And after that, it will start mining again. And that's it. It'll just keep going and if you keep picking things up from it. So, it says press E to open the portable miner. Let's do that. Pressing E. We get this UI here. It tells us what it's doing, what its output is, which is this ore. So we've got some buttons here that says grab all or pick up the miner itself. We're going to grab all. And you'll notice that now I've added ore on the left side. I have more ore in my relevant items list here. Going through an autosave there. And there we go. And I can just keep doing this and picking up more ore. And you'll see that message on the left. And my relevant items here. And you'll notice that this count here on the output resets to nothing or 0. but the miner remains. That's why we don't press pick up miner, not yet. So we're just going to hit grab all like that. Cool. So now that is just going to do its job. That's automatic now. I can walk away from it and it's going to keep functioning. And as far as I know, and I don't know everything, I could be anywhere on this map, in this level, in this game, period, and this miner will still keep working. It will still keep doing its job. I have not seen anyone report despawning of things like this. So that's a big deal. Okay, so this guy... Alright, so we want to do everything as automatic as possible, and I said that, correct? So we are going to come up with a recipe for the smelter, so we're going to click one of those. So I need 5 iron rods, but I also need copper. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have to find copper. And I will help you do that. I will show you that. First, we have to load up our zapper because we have locals that are not going to appreciate us that much. Alright, how do we use the ore scanner? We're going to press and hold the V for Victor key. And we get this wheel here. So on the right side, right now we've got iron. And on the left side, we have ore. When you're able to scan new things, yes, this wheel automatically updates. You do not have to do any of that. You just press and hold V for Victor, and you get this. So we're going to highlight copper ore. I'm going to let it go. And we blast a pulse. Do you see up at the top at my compass up there? It shows me little icons and it gives me distances. That's important, and we're going to do that again. So now I'm just going to press V because I already have copper selected. There you go. Do you see that? Perfect. Let's go over there. Crouch jumping up hills doesn't normally work, so we're going to grab all of these leaves while we can. And we're going to try to not jump ourselves off a cliff here. Literally jumping ourselves off a cliff. Okay. There he is. Hi, bud. How you doing? Notice that little hesitation that he does? It's designed to throw off your timing. He'll run towards you. He'll get about 15 meters away, and then he randomly stops, and he's kind of trying to juke you out a little bit. Bam. Alright, so now we've got copper, so we're just going to come over here. This is limestone. We're going to pick this up here as well. We need limestone for stuff, so we're going to do this. This is old news. This is not anything new that we really need to explain, but we do want this limestone. And those rock formations like that, those are finite. They do go away. They do not respawn. Okay, those are some of the rules. When you have a block like that or a formation like that, it is important to note, oh, I'm going the wrong direction, that they do not respawn. They're not endless, and they don't respawn. Okay. Now we have copper. So I need 8 wire. Like I said, the goal here is to automate everything as much as possible. Okay, so now we've got a smelter. We don't really care where the smelter is because we're going to move it. We're going to remove it. We're going to rebuild. A lot of things. None of this is going to be permanent. None of this is permanent right now, okay? So, I have a hotbar. Can I stop myself from constantly going into this build menu and search for stuff? Yes. Yes, 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 we can. We're going to do that. So let me get my hotbar to a spot where you can see more of a contrast. There we go. So if I press Q and I highlight something I want, the smelter, I can press the number 5 on my number row on my keyboard here. Notice how it just popped up in the number 5 position. It says bound to hotbar and it pops right up and it gives me the icon. Okay? So now whenever I want that, I just press 5. And I press 5 again to make it go away. There's my smelter. Okay? Fantastic. So we're going to take our smelter, and we're just going to put it right here. That's fine. Alright, so now we've built a building that's not the hub. This is cool. Okay, so if you don't understand how I built that, go back to the part where I built the hub. So I press 5. It'll tell me that I can't afford it right now, right? But if I've got enough materials, I can just build a thing like this smelter. So now we need to power it. So here is a biomass burner that is hooked up to our hub. So we're going to press E, and there's a lot on this screen, so let's explain. Number 1, fuel goes over here. Number 2, this graph here shows you your maximum capacity for power, what you're consuming right now, what the grid is producing, and a 4th thing, I forget what it is. There's four lines. There's 3 lines, and I believe it's maximum capacity, the maximum consumption, the current consumption, and the production. That's what it is, those 4. So we're going to give it, because it is a biomass burner, I have biomass, I have leaves. And it says right there, leaves, primarily used as fuel. Biomass burners and vehicles can use it for power. We will get to vehicles, we're not there yet. So we're going to shift click. And now this has fuel in it, and it's not going to perform its animation until I give it something to do, which is to run this machine over here, this smelter. So I'm going to press 2 on my hotbar because I want to build a power line, but it also says you're missing a cable. Let's go build a cable. So this is the first example of having to refine something twice. So we take a copper ingot. I make a copper ingot. I'm able to make 2 wire. I'm going to make 2 wire. Now I can make 1 cable. So that is a production chain. To take copper ore and turn it into cables, I must make it an ingot, I must make it a wire, and then I can turn it into a cable. So now I have a cable, 1. I'm going to press 2 on my hotbar, and these are automatically put in there for you. Number 1 is a power pole. We're not there yet. Number 2 is a power line. We are there. We need that. Number 3 is conveyor belts. Those are going to be fun. We'll get there. And number 4 is a conveyor pole. So you can finely tune exactly where you want something and how high, and we will get to that. So we're looking at power lines. We're going to click on power line here. You will see many things. Number 1, this guy popped up and is now spitting biomass into this. Now if we look at the screen here, we've got production of 0.1 megawatts because that's the power draw. The consumption, 0.1 megawatts because that literally is the power draw. This is just meeting it because it's a biomass burner and it can do that. Its max consumed is 4 megawatts. What this means is if everything connected to the grid right now ran at maximum power, this is how much it can draw. And that is huge. This used to not be there. It's fantastic because if this number is higher than this number, you're risking a power grid trip. There are fuses, there's actually breakers in this game, and you can trip the breakers. You can do this. So the goal, for me anyway, is to keep this number, the max consumable, the max possible consumable of power, below the actual capacity line, the capacity number. If we do that, or they're equal, then we're good as long as we have fuel. Alright, well this has been a long enough episode. Everyone, you've been amazing. We've got power. We're rolling. We got power now. So in this episode, we moved the hub. We got some more resources. I showed you how to use the ore scanner, and we built a smelter, and now we're smelting. Also, we have a portable miner here that is now full. So we will get to that in the next episode, and we're just going to keep going. This is going to be fantastic. You've been amazing. I've been Rensler, and I'll see you in the next one.